Guys, I flew across the world to make this video happen for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy this episode of training with Clarence Kennedy.
Have you ever met any like weightlifters that can't like sauce press like that?
Like really good weightlifters? I don't think so. I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then...
Like my friend, his best snatch was, I think 127, he couldn't do sauce press with the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. He couldn't do it properly anyway, it was awkward, yeah.
I feel like my shoulders would hurt so bad if I didn't have the ability
to
press in a squat. All right, I'll take one more bar, then get moving.
Do you want to go 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the busiest it's ever been.
Yeah, there's got to be
like usually when we come here, it's not this busy at all. Maybe like a quarter of the amount of people, maybe. It's fine though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just a bit worried.
No, it's all good. I'll make it work. What's the most you've snatched in like the last 6 months?
140, I think.
Was that in those shoes?
Yeah. I haven't used weightlifting shoes in like 2 years, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't see the point if I'm not training hard, you know? Yeah. I just don't need to.
It kind of makes you feel like you're not training seriously when you don't put the shoes on.
Yeah. It's like, I just really like just walking to the gym, just starting to lift straight away. It's so nice.
It's kind of a flex.
Yeah.
Not needing anything and getting after it.
Yeah.
Do you do any mobility work ever?
Never did anything specifically, but the only mobility issue I had was like rack position in the clean.
Yeah.
Especially when I got heavier.
That was when you like,
so I did do mobility work for my rack.
What'd you do for that?
Mainly just rack holds. Just the rack position itself. With weight, with straps on. That was like the best thing, yeah.
So you would just
before
load
cleans.
up, like, you'd load up a ton of weight and then just do rack holds with straps?
No, just like 70 kilos. Before I do
really?
clean jerks, I just do like a bunch of holds with straps.
Yeah. Whenever my front rack's tight, I'll just like pick 70 up and just sit for
Yeah,
like 30
it's honestly the
seconds,
best
and
thing. Yeah.
It'll just release eventually.
Yeah. I always did it before like heavy clean jerk sessions as well.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any like mobility problems?
With my hips a lot.
Yeah.
Like this motion.
Yeah.
Just like pigeon stretch.
Yeah.
So tight.
But like, were you able to do like an overhead squat on day one of weightlifting, or
No.
Really, you have to work into it?
Yeah, that opened up. I feel like that was more like a stability issue than a mobility issue.
Yeah.
My thoracic spine would just freak out whenever I go into extension.
That's interesting because you said you started like when you were 13, right?
Yeah.
Usually people have issues because they're older.
Well, I was like a computer nerd.
Oh, okay.
What I solved Rubik's Cubes as my hobby before weightlifting.
What's your best time?
Like 9.5 seconds.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. In competition, 11.8.
that's good. Yeah. I know they do like the average time or whatever as well. Like there's many different formats. Yeah.
I went to like nationals and stuff for it.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
I actually have a friend, Hayden, if you've seen him in my videos, he's really good at this. Yeah, my friend, I don't know what his best time is. I think it's like pretty damn low anyway, but he does like Excel competitions now.
Excel?
Yeah, Excel competitions.
Like you make spreadsheets?
There's like problems you have to solve, like they give like a spreadsheet problem.
Really?
And he solves it like in a certain period of time, yeah.
I respect those weird hobbies.
Yeah.
Like Tetris, I was really good at Tetris. Feel pretty good.
I'll do like another single and then.
Cool. So how long ago was it when you did like your last real push to like get in shape?
It was like before Japan, actually. I tried to get in shape for that.
Oh, really?
And then I injured my shoulder.
How'd you do that?
I was going for like a 210 clean and just caught it like really strangely. Yeah, that was a big shame. Because I wanted to be strong for that trip.
Yeah, because you were meeting up with like Toshiki and
those
guys. Yeah.
So we ended up just doing a bench competition at the end. Yeah.
I saw on your YouTube you were like wanting to do powerlifting eventually. Is that still a thing?
Kind of changed my mind. Yeah. I didn't really make up my mind back then, but yeah. I tried it out for a bit. Didn't enjoy it as much as like weightlifting. Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to, once you've done weightlifting, to try and do something that's like less intricate. It can get dull pretty fast, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know, you never know, in the future I might try it again, yeah. I think it's just because it's like so similar to like weightlifting. It's still like a barbell sport.
Yeah.
Like I think I want to get into something that's just completely different, like tricking or free running again or something, or like climbing.
Yeah, you're doing climbing a lot now.
Not a lot these days, but yeah, just doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm big into it or anything. Yeah.
You do it like once a week, you said?
Twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah. Fast.
Feels good. I think the airplane makes me feel like I'm supposed to feel like shit. So I come in, I'm like, this is gonna be terrible. And then I start moving and it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I probably feel normal right now, but in my brain I feel really, really good. So it works.
I remember we went to Japan actually. We got off the flight, booked into our hotel, and then we went to the gym and I front squatted 200.
Like,
that was like a 13-hour flight.
13?
Yeah, 13-hour. The bar's good. It's definitely not lighter. Yeah, it's nice on that, yeah.
What do you want next, 90?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yeah. Have you ever had sessions where you just like miss like 70 kilos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened recently to me. I was
All
like,
the time. Especially on a block snatch.
Yeah.
If I go off blocks, I'll miss like 110, 120, and I'll block snatch like 160. That never makes sense.
Yeah. Looking very fast.
Whenever the speed's there, it's a good sign.
Yeah. Are you just gonna max out or are you just making it up as you go along?
I mean, if you snatch 140.
I'll be lucky to get like 130, I think.
Really?
I don't know, it depends, yeah. It's no issue like snatching in these shoes. The lift I found the hardest is actually split jerk, believe it or not.
Yeah?
Yeah. I need like weightlifting shoes for like heavy split jerks.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because those are kind of like, they have some cushion.
Yeah.
I feel like
it doesn't feel good at all, the split position here. Easy. Nice. You could totally snatch 150 today, I think.
You think?
If you wanted to, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in shape for it. It's just, stars got to align a little bit. So your old training videos.
Yeah.
You've been uploading on YouTube for like 20 years almost?
Actually a very long time, since 2006.
So yeah, almost.
And then
20 years.
YouTube started in 2005. I was actually on Google Video before like
Really?
YouTube. Yeah, before YouTube.
What made you start uploading videos?
It was just like the parkour and free running culture back then. Like everyone was just posting like parkour videos. Like that's why I started posting. Then I got into tricking.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of carried that over to weightlifting. Like I just recorded like all my stuff.
How'd you get into weightlifting?
From those sports, because I wanted to improve my power in like parkour. Like, I wanted to jump higher. Same with like tricking.
Yeah.
I heard like weightlifting is great for that.
Yeah.
So I started doing, snatches, power clean, jerks, and everything, and just found out I was like really good at it. And
you've done like parkour and tricking like the whole time you've done weightlifting, pretty much. You've kind of meshed the two together the whole time.
There was one point where I was doing like parkour, tricking, track and field, weightlifting all at once.
Yeah.
And then I gave them all up except for weightlifting and just continued weightlifting.
So you did only weightlifting for a little bit?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah. Like I do tricking like every now and then. I say like On average, like once every 2 or 3 months, just
Really?
to mess around. Yeah.
Just to see if you still got it?
Just because like I meet up with like a friend that's into tricking and we just have a session. It's quite fun. But it's cool the way I'm still able to do it. Whereas like you couldn't do that for weightlifting. You couldn't like not train for 3 months and then snatch like one
goes away
40 or something.
fast.
Yeah.
When you were doing all those squat workouts, did you follow any like specific program, or were you just making
5x5 every day, pretty much.
You did 5x5? How many?
I made like a detailed video about that. If you didn't see it,
Really?
did you? Yeah, just explaining my program.
6 days a week?
Yeah, like 5 to 6 days a week, 5x5, like at RP 8 to RP 9.
Yeah, your squat sets were always like.
Yeah. That was the most intense program. it worked very well.
Yeah.
It brought my squat from like wherever I started to 300 kilos.
That's your best squat ever, 300?
My best squat of all time is 310 kilo pole squat. I never maxed out my regular squat, but I did 265 for 10 reps.
65 for 10?
Yeah. But yeah, I just go through phases like where I would just focus almost entirely on squatting, just doing a tiny bit of Olympic lifting, improve my strengths, increase my squat by like 10 to 15 kilos, and then this transition to focusing on like snatch, clean and jerk.
That's basically what I do.
Yeah.
It's such a good method. Like if you're really trying to get in shape, like doing tons of squats first, and then adding more Olympic lifts, it like really gets. It increases your work capacity like crazy.
Yeah.
So
Of course, it doesn't work if your technique is horrible.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Like back then, my technique wasn't the best, but it was like acceptable, I guess, like to improve.
It's enough to where the squats could actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas, like, if you're like pressing out snatches, you don't have enough mobility to get into the bottom position, then like that method of training just does not work.
You might be able to snatch a little more worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not going to be much better at weightlifting.
Yeah, most people just need to follow a traditional weightlifting program and not do like a style of.
I mean, I feel like that's such a thing in weightlifting is people trying to find like the perfect written out program.
Yeah.
Like if you just snatch, clean and jerk, squat like 3 times a week, you get better.
Do you ever coach people before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they ever want to just like, I don't know, follow small off or something? And then, I've gotten that a lot from people. It's like, oh, can I follow small off?
Like, you can do whatever you want. You have free will. But is it going to be the best idea for you? Probably not. If you want to squat a ton, then that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you should be doing.
That wasn't that easy.
Yeah, I'm going to take this again.
Yeah. I think I'll just go 120. What about you?
Yeah.
Do you want to do reds or? Oh, he's taking all the reds.
Yeah, we can go greens.
Come on.
Go. You got it.
It looks strong. It looks strong. Wasn't executed perfectly, but
the hardest rep in weightlifting is the one before the one you want.
Yeah, usually I just skip that. Because so like when I clean jerked 195 for the first time, my last warm up was 180. I was like, I'm not gonna do 190. It's just gonna make me nervous.
I normally miss. Like I'll normally miss, then just go up. I don't know why. I'll just like skip straight to it. All right.
I feel nervous.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of threw me off, actually.
The plate's moving around before?
Yeah. That threw me off. I'm usually like I'm weird. I like having clips on every time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
If you could give advice to someone that just started weightlifting like 3 months ago, like one little nugget that you would give them.
Honestly, it's just frequency of training.
Yeah.
Just train 6 times a week. Yeah. Train as often as possible. I think that's like the most important thing. Just getting exposed to the Olympic lifts.
Yeah.
Doing it often. It's a skill you need to practice often. Train weightlifting 2-3 times a week, like it works, but it's so much more effective to train like 5-6 times a week.
Yeah. I feel like especially for the newer athletes.
Yeah.
Like if you're brand new, you have to get a lot of reps. You have to do a ton of snatches.
Yeah.
I mean, the only real practice for the snatch and clean and jerk is the snatch and clean and jerk.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, like,
I guess that's another thing. Like every session, do some form of snatch, clean, jerk as well. Like I see people, I do these programs where it's like snatch one day, clean and jerk another day. I think it's better just do both.
Yeah.
Some form of those exercises.
Yeah.
Every single session. Like it doesn't have to be like pure snatch or pure clean and jerk. It can be like power snatch, snatch balance,
some variation.
power clean. Yeah. Do you want to do 15s instead of the 10s or? Nice. Yep.
I came across a video on Instagram of you getting slapped in the face by a bunch of like Japanese women.
Yeah, it's like a muscle bar in Japan.
Just go in there and get slapped?
Yeah, you just go in there and get slapped, yeah.
What's the backstory behind that? You're just in Japan and we're like...
Yeah, it's all just be good content to go to that weird bar.
Probably,
where you can get slapped by a bunch of women. Yeah.
I was scrolling through your Instagram, it was just like weightlifting, getting smacked in the face by Japanese. Like...
That was fucking terrible. I'll try it again, but like,
yeah.
Jesus, that was bad.
What did you feel on that?
I don't know, it just felt like totally off the floor.
Yeah. So do you think you're gonna give it one more run to try to get in shape?
I just couldn't be arsed. Like, for me now, it's like motivation, really. Like, I just want to take a break from weightlifting because I trained, like 15 years straight.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's really tiring, like mentally, I guess. Yeah. Like, I could always like get back into weightlifting if I really wanted to.
I feel like it kind of has to just happen. Like if you force it, it never.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like Gabriel now, if you look at him, he took like a long break from weightlifting, and now he's like motivated and fired up to like push it again. So,
and he wants to do like all-time PRs.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe in a few years I'll try to snatch like 180 again or something, or 170 or something. But right now I'm just like taking a break.
Your best snatch ever is 190, right?
195.
What, you snatch 195?
Yeah.
Do you ever think about 200?
The difference is like to go from 195 to 200. It's like
the gap.
5 years of hard training.
It's like the gap between 180 and 195.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. Is like I did this thing. It was like Operation 360, where I wanted a total 360.
Yeah.
And as soon as I finished, everyone's like, "Dude, you're on a mission right now. Just do 380."
Yeah.
Going from 300 to 360, that's the same as going from 60 to 80.
Like in fact, when I was I peaked when I was 27, and when I was 28, I trained for like a year very hard.
Yeah.
And didn't improve at all.
Yeah. Do you think what was different about it? Like, what was different about your training then?
This video is brought to you by the Dog Pack. The Dog Pack is the engine that keeps this series running. Most of the money I make from the Dog Pack, I turn it over and put it into these videos. It funded my travel out to the UK. I truly believe it's the best program out there. I put a lot of work into this program, and if you want to get better at weightlifting, the Dog Pack app is the perfect place to go. There's programs for everybody. There's a community feature. There's videos that explain the exercises. Everything you need is on that app to get better at weightlifting. So please check it out. There's a 3-day free trial. Click the link in the bio. Back to the video.
Well, for one, maybe I was just close to my peak. And I made a few mistakes in training. I think the mistake I made back then was not focusing enough on strength, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because my strength kind of dropped from when I was like 25, 26. Like I hit my best squat number when I was 25, 26, and then it just started to decline.
Yeah.
So like when I was 28, my best squat was like 285, 290.
Oh yeah.
And that wasn't enough to clean and jerk 230. No way.
I mean, I don't know what it takes to clean and jerk 230. I have no idea.
It was a horrible. My feet didn't move out.
I got that.
This is snatching. It's just a look-based lift.
Yeah. I just need to miss a few times. That'll be good. It's one of those. You have those days when you train to where it never really feels like the pull gets heavier. It just kind of changes. I have those days sometimes. It's normally when I'm in a different environment like this. It just seems like the bar is moving and I don't know what to do with it. Well, how often do you train weightlifting right now?
Once a week, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I go to the gym like twice a week. to lift, I guess. Yeah. Like I've been focusing on weighted pull-ups. Funny enough.
Really?
Yeah. I've just gotten into an exercise.
What's your best weighted pull-up?
I haven't maxed out in a while. I did like 75.
Damn.
A few months ago. I don't know if that's impressive.
That is.
Is that right?
When I had my quad injury, I trained it for a while because that was like all I could do.
Yeah.
And I did like a full 3-month weighted pull-up strength block, and I got up to like 55 kilos.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So 75's nuts.
I know the world record of like my body weight. I think it's like 105 or 110 or something.
That's
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah.
What's your body weight's like 90s?
My body weight at the moment is like somewhere between 87 and 89. I'm pretty light these days. Nice. Ooh. Oh, I have to hit 130 at least.
That was a weird one, dude.
Yeah. You could do more. You could do more.
Yeah, I thought I missed it like 4 times, and it was just still there.
It's like that left shoulder. It's like, yeah.
You gonna go again?
What about you?
If you do, I will.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Do one more?
That was pretty damn close.
I mean, they're getting closer every time.
Do you want to do 145 or something?
Yeah. How heavy were you when you snatched 195?
Like around 100 kilos.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your diet like then? How many calories a day do you think you were eating?
I actually really struggled to keep my weight down. Like I want to be light around then because like I found it better for weightlifting.
Yeah.
Like there was one point where I was like 106 kilos and my weightlifting went to crap.
You said your rack position got really messed up.
Yeah, my clean jerk was really bad at that body weight.
Yeah.
Like my best clean jerk was 210 that body weight.
And you did 220.
225 is my best. Yeah, a lighter body weight.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like if I lost weight, my numbers would go up even though my strength would go down. It doesn't make sense, right?
I mean, the way you lift though, it's like pretty athletic.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some guys that, like if you have like Russian technique, like like Okulov, like if he gets stronger and heavier, he's probably gonna lift more.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
Come on, nice. Bang. Ooh. Best one?
all right,
Yeah.
might have to try 50.
Yeah, you have to. God damn, I better make this.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's
50?
yeah.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. I'll try 35.
Yeah.
I kind of, yeah. It feels like I'm remembering how to snatch as I snatch.
Hold it. Let's go, dude.
I'll do 140. We'll try that. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
It's coming back to you a little bit.
Yeah, and just remembering how to snatch.
Yeah. What do you think your deadlift is right now?
Probably if I want to, like 265 or something, 270,
Really?
maybe, yeah.
Seems like deadlift takes longer to go away if you're not really
Yeah,
training.
I agree.
Hang on to it
Squat, like my squat just plummets. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
In an extreme way, actually, because like if I take honestly like 2 or 3 days off squatting, my squat would drop by like 15 kilos.
Really?
I'm not even joking. Yeah. So that's why I kept the frequency like and volume very high all the time.
I'm the same way though. Like if I take a month off of weightlifting and then go and do a squat workout, like, but deadlift I could probably pull 250 at any point in my life.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
weird.
same me, I guess.
I don't know. Lower back strength is it's harder to get, but it's much harder to lose.
I'll leave that. That was scary.
That was committed though.
Yeah.
What do you think you're gonna squat?
I don't know. It depends on how my back feels because I took in my back last night. Yeah.
You feel it on the snatches at all?
No, not really. No.
It's good.
Yeah, it was just like back squat.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it last night. You trained. It was a community center in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people are curious about that setup.
It was a GA, Gaelic football, hurling clubhouse. And
you
like
put the
meetings
platform
happened there. There was like a small training facility there, and we just asked the owners can we bring in our weightlifting equipment? And they said it's fine, yeah. And then we built a platform there, put it in the corner.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I saw a video of when you were training there. There was like a dance class or something going on.
Yeah. There was all kinds of stuff going on there. There was like bingo every Sunday. Yeah.
Were you just squatting?
And there was like a bunch of old people that would just come in at like 5 p.m. So we'd have to make sure to be finished by that time. But sometimes like we'd be lifting, just like finishing off our session. And there'd be like a bunch of like bingo people coming in, just like looking at us going like, oh, that's impressive.
So you would just be like banging out sets of squats and...
Yeah, just finishing off my squats, and then like people from bingo would be coming up. Yeah.
How did you stay motivated during that phase? 'Cause it seemed like that was a kind of a tough scenario to like stay motivated in.
Just like, do you mean just like training by myself, like not surrounded by other weightlifters? I think it was good in a way because like that way I was comparing myself, against like the best in the world.
Yeah.
Instead of like my local gym. You know.
Training at a gym where you're far and away better than most people can kind of make you feel like you've done what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas I was literally just training by myself back then, like watching YouTube videos of like lifters in America, lifters in the UK, and just comparing myself to those lifters.
Were you just obsessed with weightlifting? That's why you just kept doing it, or?
Yeah, I was quite big into it, like I guess when I started it. Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of people ask about like motivation and stuff like that. I feel like you just have to be like naturally obsessed with it, and then it works out.
Yeah.
If you feel like you need to find something to bring you into the gym, then chances are, it's going to be a lot harder to make progress.
Yeah, but there was a point in time where I consumed a lot of weightlifting content, like Frank Rotwell, his YouTube channel. I watched like all the videos from like the 1980s, 1990s.
I feel like people don't even know about Frank Rothwell.
Yeah.
His YouTube channel is so good.
He was actually a good Irish weightlifter. I think he split snatched like 135 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But his archive is insane.
Yeah.
Did you watch all the Ilya training videos from 2014?
Pretty much, yeah.
Me and Nathan called that the Bible of weightlifting.
Yeah, my favorite weightlifting videos of all time is clock-offs build up to the London Olympics.
Yeah. Have you seen the W Sport Chatoy? It's looked like Gleb Pizarevsky doing like 255 cleans.
Oh, that like 45-minute video or something. Yeah. Watch that. Yeah.
That video is so cool.
Yeah, that's good as well. Yeah.
I showed Zach that, and he was like, "What is this?" And he FaceTime Seb, and he was like, "Look at this." Squat's so low. His depth is crazy. I know. His ass is touching his shoes.
I can't touch.
Have you always squatted just as low as you can?
Pretty much, yeah.
You've talked about your squat technique not being like totally optimal for squatting the most weight, right?
I had the issue of like tilting forward because of like my injured knees. So I built a habit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my old squat videos, like my squat technique was actually better.
And then over time, the injuries changed it. Yeah. But I feel like your deadlift's always been extremely strong, right?
Yeah, I guess I always follow my squat. Yeah. I guess when I was younger, actually, my back was weak relative to my legs, and then that flipped.
I find that's a common trend.
Yeah,
when I was younger, I would squat like 280, but my deadlift was like 260, and then now it's literally reversed.
Yeah.
I think the back, it's just the more time you put on it, it stays strong. The legs
maybe that's a common trend of like younger weightlifters not having a strong back.
Yeah. I mean, when you're young and squatting all the time, your hormones are so elevated. You can squat every day and get really strong. Then when you get old, it changes a little bit.
I wish I got the 140, but I don't want to like go for another one because it was a bit sketchy.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was your best pull. Like as far as like placing the bar, it was. You feel like it surprised you a little bit?
I'm surprised I actually built up that way because like when I missed that like first 130, I was like, ooh.
Shit.
Yeah. It's just technique.
Yeah.
Lack of exposure to the Olympic lifts.
Yeah, I feel like if you did a month of snatching 3 times a week, you'd probably be like 50.
Yeah.
tight. You're good, dude. You're good. Yeah, don't worry about it. What jumps do you take on the squat?
Yeah, these days my max squat is like what, let's say 240 or something.
Yeah.
I do 70, 120, 150, 170, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240.
Oh, you take a lot of jumps.
I guess I do, yeah. But like I literally don't warm up at all before that.
Yeah.
I just come to the gym and start with 70 or the bar. Are you just doing singles?
Yeah.
Do you usually just do singles in the squat?
On the way up, yeah. Most of the time when I squat, I'll do either like a set of 3 or 5. Like I'll work up to something RPE 9, RPE 8.
Yeah.
Some of that gives me a little strain. I find if I do a lot of volume in the squat these days, it just tanks me for days.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can't really do it anymore.
Yeah, when I'm like actually trying to get stronger, when I'm peaking for like weightlifting, I still need to like have like high volume in the squat.
Yeah.
So I do something like 10 by 3,
Yeah.
5 by 5. Yeah. Like four plus times
Yeah.
a week. Yeah.
If I'm doing like just squat, if I'm focusing on the squat, then I can pile on some
Yeah,
volume
yeah.
and it's okay. But trying to do the lifts along with a lot of squat volume just
of course.
doesn't work for me anymore.
To watch comp, and it was just like a B tier comp in Bristol.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything big. Came and watched it, and then it came and competed. I think it was 2018, 2019.
I remember that,
I got a
yeah.
video of it.
Really?
Yeah, he competed at the British Champs because it was an international meet as a convocation
Yeah.
thing. But it was when he came back to weightlifting.
Yeah.
So he did like a 160 snatch, 195 clean and jerk.
Yeah.
Still crazy.
We're not going 220.
90?
No, we're not doing 220. Yeah, not 90. Yeah,
90.
if you don't mind it. Broadmarsh, Parkins. If you're the Broadmarsh parking, yeah, you probably know where it is.
We'll work away,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll leave the car here.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Belt's freezing cold.
How are you finding the weather here compared to Texas?
It's so cold, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it got cold in Texas, but we were walking around and everyone's like wearing a sweater. We saw people in short sleeves. And like, this weather in Texas, like people wouldn't even go to work. It's so cold.
Did you bring a coat?
Not really. I just wasn't ready for it at all. Is it the same weather in Ireland?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna go up?
I'll do 220.
220.
Yeah.
What made you decide to stop competing?
It's a very, very long answer. Basically, like the politics of weightlifting, the corruption, how drug testing works, etc. Yeah.
It is really frustrating if you're a guy that competes internationally and you just know going into the competition it's not level.
Yeah. It's not a level playing field.
Not at
that's
all.
the thing. Yeah.
And the IWF knows that.
Yeah.
Like they're completely aware. They let it slide. So I agree with you a lot. Like,
for example, when I was like competing in Ireland, yes, I could have used drugs and entered like an international competition, but then I had to like live in fear for the rest of my life, whether I get caught or not, you know.
Yeah.
And like that's not fair compared to, I don't know, lifters in Russia, lifters in China that can basically use whatever they want.
It's like state sponsored.
Yeah. So it's like different levels of it. Someone in America wouldn't be able to use anything basically.
Yeah.
Or it'd be very difficult anyway.
Yeah.
In Ireland, it'd be a bit easier, less drug testing. And then in China, no drug testing.
Yeah.
North Korea, absolutely no drug testing. So yeah.
In North Korea, they test to make sure you're on drugs.
yeah.
Does Ireland have an internal doping organization?
Yeah, I think it's a bit better now. But when I was lifting, I never got drug tested ever.
Not once?
In Ireland, no, never.
Even at like nationals?
My entire weightlifting career, I got drug tested once in an international competition. That's it.
So you never got tested at nationals?
So like that whole time, I could have been using drugs all the way up to that point.
Yeah.
Dropped and then competed and would have been totally fine. Whereas like compare that to someone in America.
Yeah. I mean, I've been drug tested, I think, over 30 times.
Wow.
And I was, like, at one point I was the third best junior.
Yeah.
And still was just getting tested
that's a
all
lot.
the time. Blood tests, too. Like, urine and blood every time.
That's easy.
I feel like I'm squatting on two different legs right now. Attaboy. Does that not hurt? Just jumping?
When you don't weightlift, nothing hurts.
Do you find getting in shape for weightlifting like makes doing that kind of stuff?
I feel crippled, and I feel like I can't do any other sport when I'm like at my peak of weightlifting.
Yeah.
Like if you asked me to sprint as hard as possible when I was at my peak of weightlifting, I'd probably pull every muscle in my body.
So I feel all the time.
Yeah.
Even like walking around, I feel like I'm like moving my whole body.
Yeah.
My hips are just so bound up.
But now it's nice because like I can basically just do a backflip any time of the day. I can do any sport and not get injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely one of the advantages. Do you think that's one of the reasons you're chilling out on weightlifting, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I just feel like healthier, feel better. Yeah. Don't get tired going up flight of stairs. Yeah.
How like did you feel when you were like 106? Was there like a difference in how healthy you felt, like on a day to day?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, just every like daily stuff was just like more tiring, like walking around. I hated like walking, especially before heavy training sessions. I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks when you like realize how out of breath you are when you're just walking around.
And just feel so tight.
Yeah.
Don't feel athletic.
It's a very real thing.
Yeah.
What was your best bench press?
202.
Damn.
Which is pretty good, I
When
guess.
did you do that?
2016 or 2015, I think. Yeah.
Were you in like weightlifting shape then?
Not really, actually. I was kind of like doing a super tall type of training, I guess. Yeah. Like I thought I could, do well in the power lifts and Olympic lifts at the same time. And obviously, that didn't happen.
I feel like a lot of people have recognized you because of the squat workouts you've done.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's the format of like some of the hardest squat programming you've ever done?
Oh, it's literally a 5x5 program. Yeah, so like 5x5 almost every day at RP 8 or RP 9.
Yeah. I saw you a workout where you did like 10 sets of like pause squats.
10 by 3, 270. That was like the build up for Japan, actually.
So you did 10 by 3 at 270 pause?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, was that a regular squat? Yeah, that was a regular squat. Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
crazy.
I did do 270 6 by 3 pause squat at one point. Yeah.
Damn. What do you think is the
260,
hardest
5x5
standalone squat workout you've ever done? Like the most impressive squat workout you've done?
Probably that 270 6 by 3 pause squat. Yeah. But like around then, like my Olympic lifts, like they weren't good at all.
Yeah.
Like my best clean and jerk was like 210, snatching 180. When I hit my best numbers in Olympic lifts, my squat was like 300 kilos around there.
Did it move like fast?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the difference is squat strength and like usable squat strength. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people can squat a lot, they just can't do it explosively and athletically.
Sure.
I feel like for weightlifting, a like 250 back squat that has like a lot of pop and moves fast is a lot more usable than like a really slow, grindy 300.
That's true, yeah.
You can just be bouncy and springy, but you still have to train it the same way. You have to get your squat really strong to squat 250 fast.
Sure, yeah.
Being able to use it.
Yeah. I guess that's like what all I did like when I was like peaking for weightlifting is just trying to maintain my squat as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I found that hard, and I think that's why I didn't progress like the last year of weightlifting.
Yeah.
My last year of weightlifting, because like my strength in the squat just like.
Which one would you say you prioritize more throughout your career?
Like there's periods where I prioritize strength, and then periods where I prioritize like weightlifting performance, snatch, clean and jerk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just phases for everything?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I mean, that's just, like, with all the athletes I've talked to so far and all these videos I've done, it's like everyone has these strong opinions and strong stances on like specific things in weightlifting, but all the really good athletes are just like, just get really good at everything.
Yeah, you still have to snatch a lot, you still have to clean and jerk a lot, and you still have to squat a lot. That's weightlifting, like those street lifts.
I always say, like, I had a Instagram reel go kind of viral because I was like, without strength, you're basically nothing. Like, you can have flawless technique, but if you're not strong, you're just going to be a guy snatching 50 kilos with flawless technique.
Yeah.
And that definitely aggravated a lot of people, but I think that's because as a sport, we've gotten really centered on like having really good technique and like having loud feet and doing all this, just because like everyone wants to be like Team China and there's all this stuff, but and it sells. Like, if you have an athlete come into your gym and you're like, let's squat, they're probably not going to come back. But if you're like, let's work on these little things with your technique and try and see if we can get an extra kilo today, then they're like, oh. So I posted that just to be like, strength is still fucking important.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you have to squat a lot. And you're probably a great example of someone that built a very good weightlifting career just grinding out. Like, a lot of squats. Thanks for doing this, dude.
No worries.
I would tell you guys to subscribe to him, but if you subscribe to me and you don't subscribe to him, probably one person maybe, that'd be crazy. Thank you for coming on.
No worries. It's good fun.
Yeah, took me around this city, showed me everything. It was a cool weekend. Give this video some love. I flew across the world for you guys. Let me know who you want to see in the next one. Later.
And that's it. I want to take a minute to thank Clarence for being so welcoming. When we got there, he kind of took me around the city. We had some meals together, and he was overall just a really cool guy. And it was a really, really awesome, kind of surreal experience to go out and hang out and train with someone that I've looked up to since I started weightlifting. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I made a lot of sacrifices to make this happen, and I'm going to continue to do so to bring you guys the best content possible. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.